everybody. I am driving to Arizona right now. At this point of our homesteading process, there's a lot of back and forth. Sometimes it's nice because I get a little alone time to listen to the podcasts I like to listen to, which mostly consist of podcasts about Jesus and Bigfoot. Not necessarily in the same podcast, although those also exist, and I enjoy that. I mean, that's just the world I live in. There's room for Jesus and physics and Bigfoot. It's pretty fun. I highly recommend it to everyone. Anyways, let me take these off. Is that better? Kind of, sort of. I'm driving to Arizona because today is the first of our rezoning meetings. It's just me. Jag wanted to come, but it's just hard because, our lives are in Las Cruces and we still have jobs and we still have to take the kids to activities and play dates and all that stuff. So it's just me. My dad's meeting me there, which is really nice of him. So I thought I'd make a video about it because I've never been through this process before. And if anyone out there needs to rezone, then here's some info about it. So pretty much if you're in a situation where you need to rezone, your county should have a zoning and planning committee or office. And that's who you want to contact first. And they can give you directions as to what to do to start the process. For me, there was a small paper I had to fill out. And then once they get enough people in the county that need to rezone, they hold the first meeting, which is with the Planning and Zoning Committee. And that's what I'm going to tonight. So when I leave, I will let you know more. And then we're going to have a second meeting in a couple of weeks, which is the Board of Commissioners. I don't exactly know what that means. Sounds fancy. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Once we're done, I'll let you know what the outcome is. But wish me luck. Here's the man, my dad, that made this all possible. And I just picked him up and we went to go look at the land to just get some reassurance before this meeting that it's all going to be worth it. All the driving.
All's going to be well.
All is going to be well. Okay, everybody. Hi, how are you doing? It's a few days after the rezoning meeting. I had to kind of just get a few things in order, including my thoughts before I talk to you. Let me tell you what happened. So this is also for people who might have to go through a rezoning process. So I'm trying to give a little bit of a step-by-step to be informative. We got to the county building where the zoning and planning meeting was. This is zoning and planning meeting number 1. Hold on, I hear my little man. He's gonna hang out with us. It's just life. Okay, so the committee members, I was saying the committee members are essentially volunteers from the community, which I think is cool. And they just want to make sure that people are building in the interest of the community, essentially. Okay, so you go in and you put your name on a list, and that just documents everyone that's there. And then they go through the docket or the list. I can't remember what the name's called, but I was up first, which I think was actually a blessing, even though it did make me kind of nervous because I'd never done that before. And I just told them that right at the beginning because they asked who's here to speak on behalf of this rezoning. And it was myself and a neighbor. And so I stood up and spoke first and told them I've never done this before, so If I'm saying anything irrelevant, let me know. But I basically just gave a little bit of the history of the land because I thought it would be important to connect myself and my family to the history of this land, because if you have a history there, you probably care, right? So I said my piece, and they kind of, I could tell they're telling each other, yeah, this rezoning seems completely appropriate. If you missed my previous video, we are rezoning from RU36, which means rural for 36 acres or more, down to RU4, which is the next level down. There's nothing in between that, so that's rural for 4 acres or more, and we're sitting on a little less than 20 acres. So in order for us to have building permits, we need to be RU4. My neighbor spoke as well, saying, basically, I have no issue with you guys moving here. I just don't understand why there's nothing between 4 and 36, because what if someday someone does chop it up into 4-acre lots and sells it off, and we live out there for the peace and quiet. We don't want a ton of new neighbors. And I could kind of tell from their faces that what she was asking is just easier said than done. Like, that kind of thing involves a lot of committees and meetings and drawing up drafts and more meetings, and it's not just something you can decide in a planning and zoning meeting. Okay, yeah, sure, we'll let you do RU15. So I think the negotiation on that, or the compromise on that, was they did tell her, it is difficult, or there are strict laws on how many times you can divide up a piece of property, which I think calmed fears. And then I also had just a statement I'd written up saying that we have no intention of subdividing our land. So hopefully that helped as well, and I gave her a copy of that. So with that said, one person makes the first motion to recommend a yes vote, a person seconds it, and then they ask if everyone agrees, and everyone raised their hand to agree, which is awesome. What that means is that they will give their yes recommendation for rezoning to the Board of Commissioners. And then that's the final say. So we haven't had that meeting yet. That's it for now. Comment with any questions you have about rezoning. I know that this can be a big issue for people that are trying to start homesteads. I will do my best to answer those. Learning process as always. Like and subscribe for more content. I think what makes our channel a little bit different, because there are some amazing homesteading channels out there, but I think what makes us a little bit different is we are showing you the process from 2 people who have some rural living background, but we've been in the suburbs for a while now, and we are starting from scratch. There's so much to learn, and I know there are a lot of people, because a lot of people have commented, and just a lot of people that are in my immediate community saying they would be so interested in doing something like this, but it feels overwhelming, or it feels like such a huge process. I'm just here to say you can do it. It's just about taking the first step and breaking things down. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's end, or their middle. A lot of people that are out there, you see these amazing homesteads that have been around for years and years, and who knows what kind of help those people had or how much time they've put into it already. Just focus on where you are. Take the first step. We are in a time in this country where it's probably wise to be as self-sufficient as you possibly can. And even if we weren't in kind of a contentious period in our time in history, it's still good to be as self-sufficient as you can and self-reliant, and to build up communities, not just self-reliant, but community reliant. You need to rely on your neighbors, your family, the people close to you. You shouldn't put all your eggs in the government basket, or relying on the government, or even your job or your savings accounts or your stocks or things that aren't tangible. I think it's so much safer right now to be putting your money into things that are more tangible, like land, like farming equipment, animals, saving seeds, food storage, etc. That's just a little personal note for me. You can agree or not agree, but that's kind of part of why we're doing this. So thanks for listening, and we'll talk soon. All right, bye.